If you need directions, if you have any questions, the admissions office has information stations set up around campus. We'll have 2 in the GUC, 1 upstairs, 1 down. We will also have a tent by the fountain, which is in the middle of campus, and then also by Harrison Hall, which is the nursing building. So if you see a purple tent or a table with a purple tablecloth, you can stop by and see us. We also have school excuse notes at those tables if you'll need that, and a lot of admissions information as well. Okay, and lastly, each of you should have received an $8 meal voucher when you checked in. That can be used at any of our on-campus dining locations today, so you can use that at Starbucks, Chick-fil-A, Panda Express, Moe's, anything that we have open, you can redeem that there. All right, so to begin, I am going to cover some of our admissions processes this morning. I'm just going to go ahead and get started here. You could change that slide. Thank you. All right, a little overview of UNA. We were founded way back in 1830, so that makes us the oldest 4-year state institution in Alabama. We are very, very proud of that. There's a lot of history on our campus, so as you walk around today, you'll see some buildings that were around way back during the Civil War, and then you'll also see newer buildings. The newest one being our mathematics and computing building. Just opened up this August for classes, so we're very excited about that. Very modern, nice new building. We are a growing campus. We have over 10,500 students currently, and we're seeing growth in all of our student populations. So that's freshmen, our international students, our graduate students, online students, and early college. We are really excited. There's a lot of new things happening here, but even though you have all the growth on campus, the great thing about UNA, we still have the smaller class sizes. Your average class is going to be around 20 students. So that's probably not too much different than what a lot of you are used to right now in school. And then you'll see we have over 130 different student organizations. UNA does a great job with getting our students plugged in early. Our entire first month of school in August is called May Month, and there are different activities every single day, so you can get to know all the groups that are on campus. There are religious groups, there's Greek life. If you're interested in government or politics, we have SBA and different groups for you there. This is a very outdoorsy area. If you didn't know, we're right here on the Tennessee River, so we even have an outdoor adventure center where our students can rent kayaks and hammocks and camping equipment, all free of charge, which is a really great resource for them. And then lastly, we have over 100 different degree programs. There are 4 different colleges, which I mentioned when I was going over the schedule. So CASE, which is College of Arts, Sciences, and Engineering. We have our wonderful Anderson College of Nursing and Health Professions, which we are proud to say is the #3 BSN program in the state. The College of Business and Technology, and then lastly, the College of Education and Human Sciences. All right, any of my seniors out there, if you have not applied already, we encourage you to do so. Transfer students, you can go ahead and apply as well. We try to keep this very simple for you. You'll see there's only 4 steps. And if you were here today, you've probably done step number 1. You've created your MyUNA account. After that, you will do your online application for the term that you'd like to start. If you are a senior in high school, you are likely starting in the fall of 2025. Transfer students, you may be starting in the spring of 25 or the fall. Our application is free all year, which is so great. I know Alabama really pushes free application week. You don't have to wait for that. Anytime you apply, it is going to be free. Step number 3, send your official transcripts. We do need your high school transcripts directly from your school. Any high school student with a 2.5 GPA, unweighted or above, you are good for admission. We can admit you as long as you've got that 2.5 unweighted GPA. For high school students, we do not require your dual enrollment transcripts to admit you, although we do still encourage you to send them before you come to school in the fall, so we make sure to give you credit for that. If you are a transfer student, if you have below 24 hours of credit, you will still need your high school transcripts. If you have above that 24 hours of credit, all we're going to need are the transcripts from these schools in which you've attended. So if you've gone to a community college or another 4-year, we need all of those transcripts on file. And then last year, you'll see we're test optional. So that means you don't have to have your ACT on file in order to be admitted. However, I do recommend you all turn it in. It cannot hurt you in any way to have the ACT here. It's only going to help you for scholarships and for course placement. So I encourage all of you to send that in to us, and we'll talk about scholarships here next, and we'll go into that a little bit more. so these are the freshman scholarships. If you can't see that, you should also have that in your bag on the info sheet. These are what we refer to as merit scholarships, where we're looking at your ACT and GPA. Any student with a 3.0 unweighted GPA, regardless of your ACT score, will qualify for at least 1,000 or 1,500. Okay? Great opportunity here. The higher up your ACT, the more money you're going to qualify for. You'll see it goes all the way up to $12,000 a year, plus a 2-year housing scholarship. So really work on that ACT. We do accept a super score, so keep that in mind. We'll take your super score if it's higher. Our scholarship deadline will be March 1st, 2025 for freshmen. So you've got a little bit of time, but I recommend going ahead and fill out your application for admission. Go ahead and send us your transcript and ACT score. If you decide to take the ACT later, you can send that to us and we will update your score. Okay? We will also accept the April ACT, even though that's after our deadline. If you have been admitted by March 1st, we will allow you to take it one more time in April to try to get your score up a little bit higher. We do have other scholarship opportunities for freshmen that I do want to mention, leadership being one of them. So if you guys have been really active in clubs, community service, church, maybe you've had a job, we want to see all of those extracurricular activities that you've done for 9th through 12th grade. So if you want to compile that into a resume, you can upload that beginning November 1st, and we will score it, and you can potentially get additional scholarship money. You can also get money from Honors College, PA. We have endowed scholarships that will also open on November 1st. Those are privately funded scholarships that are given to the university. Choir, band, athletics, club sports. If anybody likes fishing, we have a great bass fishing team. We have an esports team, and you can get scholarship money for that, which is great. Okay, I did want to touch on transfer scholarships for any transfer students that may be here today. This works a little bit like the freshman scholarships do. We are looking at your transfer GPA, so your GPA from the institution you were coming from. We also want to take into account the number of credits that you have that come in. So you'll see if you have a 2.0 or above, regardless of how many hours that you are transferring in, you could qualify for $2,000 a year for 2 years. If you have 30 credits and a 3.0 or above, you can get up to, I believe, $4,500 a year. So definitely turn those GPAs, your transcript in for us, and just your transcript. So we have your GPA and the number of credits that you have. Also take note, your scholarship deadline for transfer students is going to be different. If you're coming in the spring, it's November 1st. If you're coming in the fall, it's a little bit later on June 1st. Transfer students, if you are a member of Phi Theta Kappa or PTK, please let us know. You can get an additional $1,000 scholarship to add with that. All right, last thing I wanted to cover here is a timeline with some important dates. If you have your phone, you may want to jot some of this down. Number 1, we have November 1st. That is that scholarship application opening for leadership, endowed. We have some others that will open. We will be emailing you when that opens, so please check your emails, but November 1st will be here very soon. December 4th, our housing application for Fall 25 opens. Housing is assigned on first-come, first-served basis, so the earlier that you get that housing application in, the better. December 4th, make sure you remember that for housing. Next, we have January 8th, and January 8th is when our orientation opens. So you can come to campus during the summer for orientation. Registration does open in January. We really have all spring to get that done, but the earlier the better on that. February 17th, we have Admitted Student Day here on campus. So if you would like to come back to campus for a different kind of event, Admitted Student Day, of course, like the name says, you do have to be admitted for Fall 25 to attend. So you can meet other students that are coming into UNA as freshmen. We will have a little bit more in-depth sessions that you can choose from. It's kind of more of a conference-style event. So I encourage all of you to attend that. We go over what's next, advising, orientation, all of that. So that's a really beneficial event. Next in March, we just have a reminder about that scholarship deadline on March 1st. And then last, May 1st. May 1st is when advising for our new freshman opens. So be sure to jump on that as soon as you can. You can go ahead and schedule an appointment with your advisor on May 1st or later and get your class scheduling for that. All right, I did want to plug the information stations one more time. If you have questions, because this was very abbreviated, if you have questions about scholarships or the admissions process or anything general UNA, please come see a member of the admissions staff at one of those information stations. We will be happy to give you more information there. But thank you so much, and I will go ahead and bring up Ms. Libby from our financial aid office.
Complete their FAFSA, so if anybody does need assistance in that, we do take appointments on our website where you can make an appointment to come in our office. Also, we come to schools. Anytime you have a fair at your school with one of the admissions counselors, we will come and help set up in that way as well. The application for incoming freshmen in 25 will not open until December 1st, but it's supposed to, they're doing beta testing right now on the new application, and it should be good to go. I always tend to tell people to wait at least 2 or 3 weeks before, so that if there's any kinks in the system, they can get those worked out. So try to do your application for the upcoming year, probably around the Christmas time, maybe right before you go back to school, if you know for sure what you're going to do. You do have the option to put several different schools on the application, so that's helpful. In the financial aid office, we do encourage the scholarships, obviously. So the incoming freshmen are offered the scholarships and also the endowed scholarships. If you are a transfer student, she showed you the grid for that as well. Also, check with your department if there are any departmental scholarships, because you never know. There's several different scholarships that are available for students who are in the ROTC, the music department, the athletics, obviously. Honors, if you're part of the honors college, they have different things for you as well. And also, we highly encourage applying for external scholarships. Those can be found online. Check with your parents' employer. Check with your church. There are community clubs that also offer scholarships that are external. Anything like that can go towards your funding for school. Also, the FAFSA, like I said, opens December 1st this year. The priority deadline for us is June 1st. So try to have your application done before June 1st so that we can get everything processed before you get to school here in the summer, in the fall. Let's see what else. If you need additional funding after scholarships and you've completed the FAFSA, there are additional ways to have more money. There is a Parent Plus loan for students. That's just going to be a student loan in the parent's name. It's going to be an unsubsidized loan. It is also, which means it will accrue interest every month. It's going to be the same repayment system as the federal loans for the students. So once the student graduates is when that loan will come due. There's also alternate loans if you don't want to go the federal route. There are private companies that you can search for online. You just go and search for private student loans, and there are companies such as SoFi and College Avenue and Sallie Mae, or just a few that come to mind off the top of my head, that will offer student loans as well. They do typically require a cosigner, whereas the student loans from the Department of Education do not require a cosigner. That's an option if you don't have a parent to do a Parent Plus loan for you, because that'll be a student loan in the student's name, the alternate loan as well. UNA also offers a payment plan, so if you have some money left over that you owe for your semester at the end of all your scholarships and your federal aid, you can enroll in the payment plan. It is a $45 enrollment fee each semester, and it is interest-free. So if you enroll in it early enough, you can get 4 to 5 different payments to finish your paying on your school by the end of the semester. It's a great opportunity with no interest if that's something you're interested in. Whenever you apply for the FAFSA, You're also given the opportunity to do a work study program in some cases that is going to be based on income in the family. So if you are offered a work study program, you can work at the university, and it's going to be money that's paid to you by federal funds. So if you see that on your application, or whenever you, or on your offers, whenever you do get money from the Department of Education, it's not going to be money that's subtracted from your bill like a loan or a Pell Grant is. It's going to be money that is paid to you directly for your work hours. I just want to touch real quick before I leave about the difference in the loans and the Pell Grants. So whenever you do the FAFSA, every student is available to get a loan. The higher the income, the less money offered to you at a discount. So if you are eligible for Pell Grant, that means that the lower the income, the higher the chance to get a Pell Grant. And that is free money that does not have to be repaid to the Department of Education. The loans are going to be offered in subsidized or unsubsidized. The subsidized loans are loans that do not begin earning interest until the student graduates, or they quit coming to school for 6 months, okay? So once that 6-month term is over, the loans will kick in, and that's when the interest will start building on the subsidized loans. So unsubsidized loans, everybody will get an unsubsidized loan offer, and those do have interest that start gaining as soon as they're applied to the student's account. So it's really important to know the difference in the two, because if you're going to accept one, subsidized is the best option. We are located on the 2nd floor of the Gun Commons building, right above Chick-fil-A. So if you ever have questions, you can come see us, you can email us, you can call us. We're always happy to help. Like I said, you can go to our website and make an appointment to come see us anytime you want.
Thank you, Libby. Okay, we are about to dismiss for the 10 to 12 open house period. To help you get to whichever session you'd like to go to first, we do have an